It's been 193 days since I left the 9 to 5 job. It has been a journey since I left the corporation, and there are so many things that I was able to learn because I chose this path. I believe that some of them are something that I couldn't learn if I chose to be staying in 9 to 5 job. In this video, I'll be sharing the 5 things that I learned since I left the 9 to 5 job in Japan. For those who are new to my channel, my name is Yuya. I was born and raised in Japan. I help people find what they truly want to do, live their life effortlessly and fulfillingly with a twist of Japanese wisdom and philosophies. If you want the best life of yours, if you want to find fulfillment in your life, you won't regret subscribing to this channel. Alright, so let's dive in. The first lesson that I learned is when you want to start something, there is no such a time that you can be 100% ready. You can start whenever you want. I have been running my business with what I truly want to do right now, and I wish I started sooner. People might say that, oh, you started it very soon, but I wish I started sooner. That's what I believe. When we try a new thing, we are the genius when it comes to coming up with all the worries, all the reasons to stop doing what we want to do. We are the genius in terms of coming out with those ideas. That is because we don't want to change ourselves, and we don't want to put ourselves in a situation that we feel uncomfortable. If you have things that you want to start, but you haven't been able to, take the action, you have been saying that you need all the preparation to start a new thing. You don't need a staff. You don't need all the preparation because you won't be 100% ready in the future. Now is the time. If you have something to do, if you have something that you want to do, and if you don't like doing whatever you are doing right now in front of you, you gotta stop doing it, and you gotta start that thing that you want to do in your life. There is a belief that I have, which is it is not too late for everyone. It is not too late for everyone. No matter the age, no matter the circumstance, no matter the environment that we are in. Because now is the time that we are all youngest in our life. Even if you are a teenager, even if you are in your 20s, even if you are in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever the age is, you are the youngest now. So you gotta take advantage of the rest of the life that you have. So this is the first lesson that I learned since I left the corporation. The second lesson that I learned is work exists, job exists, all the work, all the job exists because we thank them. When we want to say thank you from bottom of our hearts, we want to show our gratitude. And the amount of our pays we pay them is just the amount of our gratitude that we have for them. When I was working in a 9 to 5 job, it was a little bit difficult for me to see the reality of how money works. And since I left the corporation and since I started my own business, it became easier for me to actually visualize it. It became easier for me to actually see it. When they are thankful, that'll be the first time that I can do work for them. This might be probably a controversial topic. There are a lot of people who say that we don't live for work. We don't live to work. We want to minimize the amount of time that we use for work. I do understand that feeling, but work is a very beautiful thing because that exists because somebody thanked them. Because somebody thanked them, that's the reason why the job exists. Maybe there are work or jobs that exist because they are, manipulating others. Maybe the kind of work, that kind of job also exists in the world. But at the same time, there are kinds of work, the kinds of job that exist because a lot of people, because a small number of people actually thank them. If you look at the side of a job, it's actually a very beautiful thing. And according to the courage to be disliked, Kirawa Ryuki, this is a very famous Japanese psychology philosophy book. The definition of happiness is the feeling of a contribution to a community. The feeling of a contribution to a community. So work is actually one of the very, very effective methods for us to actually feel that feeling, We can feel the feeling of a contribution to a community or society or to people that we want to help very easily through work. So work is actually what gives us a lot of happiness. Work is something that gives us a lot of happiness. So that's also what I learned, what I was able to see since I left the corporation. To be honest, I grew up in a family where parents didn't necessarily say that work is beautiful, work is something that you gotta sacrifice. I grew up in the kind of white family, so to be honest, my subconscious mind was programmed like work is something that you gotta sacrifice your time. My brain, my mind was like that. However, since I left the corporation, since I start, actually doing the work that I love to do, that I really want to do, I was able to see that work exists because people thank them, and also that actually brings a little bit of happiness. So if you do work with what you truly want to do, it's actually a very, very beautiful thing. It actually gives you a lot of happiness. It gives you a lot of energy. So that's the second lesson that I learned since I left the corporation. And third lesson that I learned is that you're the only one. You're the only one who can actually change your life. You're the only one who can actually change your life. You're the only one who can believe in yourself. You're the only one who can let yourself happy and grateful for yourself. And I noticed it because when I said that I want to start my business, when I said that I want to do my work with what I truly want to do, when I said that to my family, when I said that to my partner, when I said that to my friends, not a lot of people actually agree with what I said. A lot of people actually got worried about my future. How are you gonna do that? A lot of people actually had a lot of worries like that. At the time, I wouldn't say that I was like 100% confident in what I was gonna do. And I also let myself doubt my future. I was not 100% ready emotionally or financially. I wouldn't say that I'm 100% ready when I started it. But since I started it, as time goes, a lot of people actually feel like happiness supporting what I do, even though they were not agreeing with what I was doing in the beginning. So the lesson that I learned is don't let others to decide your future. Don't let the world determine your future. You're the driver of your life. And if you just keep doing it, if you just keep doing whatever you like to do, if you just keep doing what makes you fulfilled, other people will naturally follow you. There might be people who don't really follow you, but don't give a damn about them. They are just being themselves, and they're just doing their business. You don't have to force them to agree with whatever you want to do, whatever fulfills you. If there is something that you truly want to do right now here, just take action and do it. Because that's the only way you can do so. That's the only way you can do so. You're the only one who can believe in yourself. You don't have to 100% believe in whatever you're going to do, whatever you want to do. But taking action is what you can do. Taking action is what you can do. So this is the third lesson that I learned. And I really want to say this kind of stuff to myself when I was feeling, all the worries that I used to have. The fourth lesson is when you declutter your life to the direction you want to move forward, all the things actually change for you. All the relationship, all the things right in front of you changes to the direction you want in your life. When I decided to leave the corporation that I used to work for, I was afraid about, changing the environment, to be honest. I was very scared, to be honest. Because I don't know. Because I didn't really sure how everything's going to turn out for my life, But when I just kept going with what I truly want to do, all the relationship naturally shifted to the direction that I wanted to be heading forward. I was able to see a lot of new people through this YouTube channel. For example, I was able to see a little bit new people through another YouTube channel that I'm running in Japan. I was able to meet my current clients that I'm supporting right now. I was able to see people who are doing the same thing. I was able to, be honest with my feelings, with what I truly want to do. When I talk with my family, when I talk with my partner, I don't have to hide anything from my mind when I decided to just do what I wanted to do in my life. So you don't have to, if you really want it, if there's something that you truly want, just let it go outside. You have that in yourself right now, right? And when you let it go outside, when you allow yourself when you allow yourself to be yourself outside the world as well, not only inside of yourself, all the things will follow you to the direction you want. That is for sure, because how you use the time, how you take action are going to be changed. It totally will change. And because you're doing what you truly want to do, all the things will turn out to be the direction you want, because that's how you use the time. If that is what you don't like to do, I'm not sure. If you just want to start a business and don't know what you want to do, I don't know how this turned out to be. But if you are going to do what you truly want to do, if you're just going to do what you truly want to do, however the method you're going to use, when you do whatever you want to do, when you do whatever you truly want to do, everything turns out to be fine. Everything is going to be in the direction you want to go. So, if you have what you really want to do, don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about all the worries that you have on your mind. I used to be saying that before I was starting my business. I was coming up all the excuses. I was coming up all the reasons to not to do it. And I was blaming others. I was blaming the society. I was blaming the world. And I was not doing anything for myself. And that felt really, really bad. And I don't really know like how it feels. But if you are feeling like that, if you are feeling the pain, please accept the fact that you're feeling the pain. When you accept that fact that you're feeling the pain in your mind right now, that's a sign that you want to move forward. That's a sign you want to get out from the situation, from the environment that you're currently in. So, if you are feeling like this, you want to accept it, just let it go, and let's move forward. This is the fourth lesson that I learned. And the final lesson that I learned since I left 9-to-5 job and started my own journey is I now believe that everyone has this core value. Everyone has this core passion. Everyone has this core talent. And there is a thing that everyone is brought to this life to do, that certain thing. There is definitely a reason, a purpose, a direction, or thing that everyone is brought to this life, and everything is so unique. And we don't have to separate ourselves from other people. We don't have to separate ourselves from other people. When it comes to communication, communication is important to put a boundary between ourselves. But when it comes to feeling the life, we can feel it. We are a community. We are one of our human beings in a community, in a huge life. Everyone is brought to this life for a certain purpose, for a certain thing, mission to do. You are brought to this life to fulfill your mission. Even if you're saying, what the hell is saying? That is actually a sign that you actually have the mission. You don't want to realize it now, because there is going to be a little pain when you actually move forward to the direction. However, when you actually feel the pain, when you actually start having the pain in yourself, that is a time that you can start actually feeling the mission in your life. First, I accepted the fact that I wanted to be accepted by others. I wanted to be valuable to the society. I wanted to be recognized by others. I accepted it, and it felt so much a little pain. I felt so much pain when I accepted it, because there are so many environments, there are so many past events that made me feel like that I'm not worthwhile. And then subconsciously in my mind, I was trying to show that I'm a valuable human being. there was so much pain when I learned this lesson, when I learned this story, when I learned this fact that I'm not feeling like that. But when I accepted it, it felt free. It felt so much freedom because I now feel a little value in myself, and I don't have to show that to the world. If you are feeling like they have to learn something, they have to acquire a lot of skills, they have to show the value to the world, you don't have to do so because you are already so valuable. Your existence itself is so valuable. You are you do you, and that's just fine. You are very valuable human being. You are very valuable. You are already accepted by the society. You are one of them. And we belong to each other. We don't have to force ourselves to show our value to others. You don't have to show that. You do have your talent. You do have your passion. You do have your purpose. And you do you. And that's just fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Just do you. So this is the final lesson that I learned. I'm not sure all these lessons that I learned since I left corporation is something that I was able to learn if I stayed in the corporation, but there has been a little more journey physically, mentally since I left the corporation, since I left the 9-to-5 job. And all the relationship that I have right now, there has been changes, and also my mindfulness changes a lot as well. And I started reading a little bit books since I left the corporation because I just naturally wanted to learn new things about what I'm passionate about. So I definitely believe that there has been a little more journey, and also I learned a little things since I left the corporation. And if you think that the current situation that you are in right now is not what you desire right now, you want to know what makes you feel like that. We want to know your mission, what you brought to this life. And if you truly want to do so, you can learn all those things from this video. If you do you start glowing. Alright, thank you so much for listening to all the lessons that I wanted to talk about in this video. Thanks so much for following my journey. Thanks so much for all the loves, all the comments that you gave me all the time. Thanks so much for everything. Alright, I'll see you in the next video, and stay tuned for the future videos as well. Bye.